Okay, we're going there. The question is, why do most people never finish their planner idea? They have good intentions, they have a dream, but they don't finish it. I'm going to be talking about this today on the Dream Printing podcast. If we have not met before, my name is Polly Payne. I'm the CEO and founder of Horacio Printing. This is my planner company. We create beautiful journals, devotionals, vision board kits. I've been selling planners since 2014, and I've also helped hundreds and hundreds of other students through my print school create their dream paper products. I have a couple here behind my desk of a couple amazing students from that program. I talk to people all the time who have a dream to print something, and I've watched people go down this road. And one thing that kind of I've started to notice is, why are people not finishing it? And I've studied this group of people. I'm also a part of this group of planner lovers, people that have a dream for a paper product. So I'm going to share with you the 5 reasons why I think people don't finish their idea. And I'm also going to hopefully help you have the solution to move forward. Because if you're watching this, maybe you have a planner dream on your heart, or a devotional dream, or a journal dream, and you feel stuck. And let me just say, it's okay to feel stuck. You're not actually lazy. You just need some structure. So we're going to talk about that structure at the end, but let's go ahead and dive into today's episode. All right, let's get into it. So why do people actually not finish their planner dreams? And also, I wrote in the title, how to ship it. So we'll get into that as well at the end. So number 1, if you're taking notes, I think number 1 is just perfection paralysis. This is very common, especially with type A people. A lot of planner people are type A people. I'm actually more of a type B. It's a wannabe type A, but I'm very type B. The only clean, non-messy part of my office is what you see behind me right now. Everybody can tend to be a perfectionist in certain areas of their life. And I think especially, let's say you want to have a planner around helping moms get organized or helping homeschool moms. You might feel like, well, I've got to have my life together if I'm going to create something that helps other people get their life together. That's one area we get perfectionism. Or let's say you want to make a beautiful journal that helps people on their walk with Christ. Well, maybe you feel like, well, I've got to really fix my walk with Christ because I still mess up. Well, guess what? Like, we're never going to be perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to help other people. Does that make sense? So I want to just kind of take that off your back a little bit. I do see that, like, oh, well, I've got to have everything put together in my life. I have to know it all in order to be an expert in this field. And all you need to do is to be willing to help people and to create something that has ideally already helped you and also proven to work. That is important. But you don't have to be perfect. Your product also doesn't have to be perfect, but it does need to be excellent. I am, without a doubt, a paper snob. I like luxury paper. I like things to be clean and beautiful. And so that's why all my students come to me. I'm not a print on demand, microwave, Amazon KDP solution. You're not going to get a janky paper-bound book when you join print school. You're going to make something luxury. You're going to make something beautiful. You're going to make a disc bound or a binder, or beautiful golden coil, lay flat book binding. Like, you're going to get something stunning when you join print school and when you go through the program. And so perfection paralysis is definitely something that can hold us back. But I have found that the best clarity comes through action. Clarity comes through action. And so by continuing to have a proven system and a proven structure and step-by-step support, you can move past that. Another thing that really helps with perfectionism paralysis is data. Getting data from your potential customers is a great way to do that. So there's lots of ways to kind of punch perfectionism in the face. And that's what I help my students do. So that's one place you might have been tripped up already. Maybe not. Maybe number 2 is really what's gotten you. Number 2 is Canva overwhelm. Raise your hand if you're watching right now and you have a graveyard of Canva files of things you started working on and then you were like, forget it. I'm not doing this. I thought this was going to be easy. Come on, Canva. But like, this isn't it. And I don't know how to take it from what I have to something beautiful. Raise your hand if that's you. If that's you, that's okay. You're not alone. You're not lazy. You just need a different structure. So this is what I see happening in Canva when people join my program. This is one of the hurdles I see people kind of tripping over. And it's the idea that I can just go into Canva. I can grab these templates, or people sell templates like, oh, I'm selling templates. And then you go and you grab those templates and you're like, okay, I like the cover art of this. I like the welcome pages of that. I like the habit tracker from here. I like the monthly spread. I guess I'll take this monthly spread from that one. I'll take this daily checklist from that one and this brain dump from this one. And you put together this Frankenstein where the arm doesn't match the other arm and the head doesn't match the body. It doesn't look like Jacob Elordi in Frankenstein. I haven't seen that, but I'm assuming he looks like Frankenstein. Anyways, and so I digress. So you end up with this Frankenstein of a product in Canva, and you're starting to put it together, but nothing aligns. It's not cohesive. The branding doesn't match. The whole month is on one page. It's not it. It's not it. And whether you can put your finger on what's wrong or not, you deep down know, I'm not printing this. I'm not selling this. No one's buying this. This is not quality. This doesn't feel luxury. This doesn't feel professional. It doesn't feel legit. And it's frustrating to be in that place. And that's another place we get stuck. And then you end up with a Frankenstein graveyard in your Canva. Say that 3 times fast. And that's another place people get stuck. And so one of the reasons why we get stuck in this place, which comes back to the structure piece, is you actually need to do detailed ideation before you ever touch Canva or InDesign. Honestly, InDesign's better than Canva when it comes to creating. We have to sit down and really soak into ideation of who you're making this for, what's your vision statement, what journey are you taking them on, what are your musts in your product, what do you don't want in your product. You need to create from your own unique heart before you ever go get swept away by the shiny objects of templates. Does that make sense? So that's really important, and no one's really teaching that. And obviously Canva's not going to be like, hey, wait, before you use me, go to your ideation. Like it's a really special process. It's a really fun process. And that's one thing that we do at the beginning of print school is we go through in detail your ideation. If you want to do that with me, maybe you want to just test it out. Maybe you're not ready for print school yet. I have a 5-day challenge that is so fun that you can do this with me. We'll go through detailed ideation, go through the whole structure and process. I'll go ahead and put the link here. There'll also be the link below in the description, below this video and below this podcast if you're listening. But that is just dreamprinting.co/challenge. You can take that challenge. It's on demand. You can watch it. You can binge watch it. It comes with an incredible workbook, but we do a lot of deep diving into ideation. And then we also go through the entire structure of creating your thing. So that's number 2. Number 2 is Canva overwhelm. Number 3, and this is what people think is their biggest hurdle, and it can be a really big hurdle. Number 3 is printer fear or printer confusion. Like, where do I print? Where's the printer? Who's the printer? Who's printing this thing? And here's the confusing part. We think that printers are this magical unicorn that we just give them one page of the product or a couple pages of the product and they're able to make the whole thing. Or maybe that they already have things on the shelf and we just select from what's already made and they're just going to create it. That's not how printers work. That's not how traditional offset printers work. With a traditional offset printer, you actually have to turn in the full file. All of it. The cover art, the interior art, the packaging, whatever you want on the pocket, that you got to give me the art. You want a bookmark? Send me the art. You have to send them everything. That's a piece that I know it might sound overwhelming, but it's really incredible because you can customize everything. You can have the tabs. You can have the bookmark. You can have the colorful ribbon. You can have beautiful divider pages with pockets. Like you can have the box. You can have the stickers. You can have the washi tape. You can have it all. Like you can have it all. And I want you to have it all. I want you to have a luxury paper product, but you have to know how to prepare your files to hand off to the right printer. And that can feel really confusing. Often you go and you look up planner printing on Google, as most of us do. All right, where am I going to print this thing? And this is the same if you're doing devotionals or journals or anything else. And you see these print on demand companies. Woohoo, look, they do it. They say they do it. Oh, I can print a planner on Amazon KDP. Well, you can, but it's not going to be beautiful. It's not going to be amazing. It's not going to be luxury. It's not going to be what you wanted unless you have a lower standard of what you want, which is totally fine if you do. I don't. So what happens is we get fear of actually printing in bulk. And so we're like, well, I'd rather just print on demand. I'd rather print with a company where they print one off and I can print 10, or I can just, whenever the customer buys it, the printer can print it. That seems really, really enticing and nice because there's less risk because you're not paying for inventory, but you get what you pay for. Here's the problem with print on demand. I can sum it up with two big things. It's way too expensive and it's low quality. You can't build a business off of really low quality products that are really overpriced. You just can't. So that's why I help my print school students work with the right printers that I've worked with. We go through the entire preparation process, how to get a quote, how to get a final quote, how to order your sample, how to do your mass order, how to do importing properly so you don't get hit with any crazy tariffs. That's a big piece of it. Let's go through it step by step together in print school so there's no confusion, you're not stuck, and you can ask questions and get support. We actually give our students 2 entire years in the program so that you have enough time to create your thing, launch your thing, sell your thing. We teach you how to do your website, your email marketing, your SMS marketing, all of it. And then from there, you can print your next thing in those 2 years. So that is number 3, printer fear and confusion. I know I went on a bit of a tangent, but I know that that's probably one of the most frustrating and also like scary puzzle pieces of like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna like send money to this company. Like, are they legit? I know what that feels like. The 4th reason why people never finish their planner is timeline confusion. This might be another bubble burster. Boop. And I hate to be a bubble burster, but I also would never want to lie to you. I want you to walk into this with full transparency and expectations of reality. The reality is high-end luxury planner companies, the Emily Lays of the world, the Cultivate What Matters of the world, Daysprings, Paper Co., Rifle Paper Co., like all those places, Paper Source, they order things way in advance. The publishing timeline is not a microwave thing. It's not super quick. So if you're like, oh, it's September, let's pretend it's September of 2026. Oh, I want to make a 2027 planner. You're too late. I just burst your bubble. Boop, boop. Sorry, you're too late. September 2026 is a great time to start thinking about 2028 or a mid-year planner, like an academic year planner or an undated planner, because the traditional timeline of a publishing journey for a new paper product that you're starting from scratch is kind of like having a baby. It's going to take about 9 months from ideation to design to sample printing to either you go track A of getting a pre-order campaign and then ordering your product and shipping it to customers, or you pay for the products, you do a launch and ship it to customers. Both of those timelines, the timeline where you do the pre-order is a little longer, but you're looking at like this 6 to 9 month journey. And I recommend taking your time in the process, being thoughtful, being intentional, taking time to refine your product, to test it. And there's just that confusion. And I think sometimes when people find out like, oh, this is going to take longer than I thought, they're out. Like, never mind, I don't want to do it. And that's okay. I'd rather you know sooner than later. But I want to say this so clearly. Good things take time. And when you are creating a product that makes an impact and changes people's lives and helps them have a better life or whatever the result of your product is, that work is worth it. It's fulfilling. I had a multi-6-figure career before I quit it all to do Horacio Printing. And I had all the outside success in my late 20s working in New York City. And I loved that company. And it was nothing against the company. They were a great company. But I was in advertising. I was in sales. And there was something missing there. It was not as fulfilling. And moving into my career of having a Christian planner company, which I felt very unqualified to have, I definitely was going through my own perfection paralysis, but I was able to just like move forward through that. And that's why it got done. I hope that helps. The fifth piece to why people never finish their planners is accountability. There's a gap in accountability. And there's just something really, really powerful when you commit to your dream, you speak your dream out, you commit to education, you get a mentor that's gone down the path you want to go down. Quit taking advice from people who have not had the results you're looking for. I used to do that all the time. Like, oh, I want to talk to so-and-so, or maybe someone I'm related to ask their advice. It's like, but they've never come close to the type of result that you're trying to get. So don't ask them. I'm not saying you dismiss them or anything, but if you want a result, like let's say you want to get a raise or you want to buy a rental property for Airbnb, well, talk to someone who's done it. Don't talk to someone that's just watched YouTube videos or someone who's just hypothetically talked to ChatGPT about it. Talk to someone who's actually done it, who's gone down that path. What were the hurdles? What are the things? Because there's so many mistakes you can make along the way that can keep you stuck. And the goal is to not stay stuck. You need answers, you need structure. And that's why I created the 5-day challenge. That's really going to answer a lot of your questions. You're going to get to kick the tires. We're going to build out your timeline. I give you actual pricing. You'll actually see, what does this investment look like? What does the profit look like? What is my first product going to be? Who am I helping? How does it help them? What does it do? And we do ideation together. So, and we also talk about marketing, how to do a pre-order campaign to raise the funds so that you don't have to spend your own money buying the product. So I go through all of that in my 5-day challenge. Highly recommend that right here. The link again is dreamprinting.co/challenge. But I also talked to you about how do I ship it? Now that's part of the title was and how to actually ship it. I know ship it it's apparently like slang. It means like to enthusiastically agree, like, you know, when you're like, oh, this couple, like, you know, Noah and Allie from The Notebook, like I ship them because they're great. But we're talking about actual shipping here. How do you actually ship it? I'll just dive into this because I know it was a question people were asking and wanted to know on the podcast. So there's a couple ways to ship your product. But when you order from a traditional offset printer, which I will connect you with when you join Print School, you're going to learn how to order a bulk order. Remember, and that money that you're using to order this bulk order will either be you funding it or your pre-orders will fund it. So you order the bulk order, we will teach you how to bring it over, and you'll either have it deposited in your garage or your house if you have the space for it, or you'll use a 3PL, a third-party logistics company, a 3PL. I've had my own warehouses. I've rented warehouse space. You'll save money doing it yourself. If you ship out of your home, you can get great content. A lot of my students choose this. But if you are like, I don't want to touch shipping, I don't want to do it, you'll probably hire a 3PL like me. I'll give you the contact of my 3PL when you join Print School, and you can set it up with them. But here's like the logistics of how it works either way. When you set up your website on Shopify, which I will teach you how to do that in Launch School, which is a bonus that comes with Print School, we'll set up your Shopify website and we'll set up your shipping settings in Shopify. And when someone comes to your website, so they come to your website, they see your beautiful planner, they click buy now. Yay! An order is automatically tracked in Shopify. Shopify also tracks your inventory. So let's say you have 300 planners, someone just ordered that. Shopify automatically turns that to 299 orders in Shopify. So they're tracking your inventory. And your 3PL will either use an API to put that data and information in their system, or they will log into your Shopify and they will process the order. Now, if you are doing it yourself, you'll just log into Shopify and you'll actually process the order in Shopify. Shopify gets you better rates with companies like UPS, FedEx, USPS, and the label will be created in Shopify and you'll print it out, or the warehouse will print it out, either way, and you'll box up your product and put that label on. As soon as you process that label, the customer will get an email. Hey, we're getting your order ready. Here's your tracking number. So all of this happens. It's so nice in the, 21st century, all this technology connects together. So it really is like this seamless thing. Now, if you're using a third-party logistics company, all of that's happening in the background and you're not even aware of it. Right now, customers are ordering in my shop. The warehouse is busy today shipping. Customers are getting emails and I'm not doing anything with it, which is great. Now, if I decided, oh, you know what, I want to bring that in-house, then I would be more aware of it, but I'm currently not, which is great. I love that. Anyway, so that's a little more about how to ship it. If you have anything specific that you want to know about that, let me know. I would love to see you in print school. If you're like, I think I want to skip the 5-day challenge and just come to print school, come on over here. It's dreamprinting.co. You can get all the information. It's an application-based program. So just fill in your application. We'll be in touch with you. We'll also probably give you a gift if you apply. We'd love to give you a gift. We're big gift givers over here. We would love to connect with you and learn more about what you want to create and help bring that out of being stuck to actually in your hands. That's the goal. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, be sure to subscribe. I have some more amazing episodes for you to check out next.